Right, it is Friday, beautiful music there from the Voices for Change, and of course, like they say, you can go ahead, make sure you catch them tomorrow, Michael Joseph Center, from 6 p.m. Right now, it is time for Deal With It. I'm sitting in for Joy Muzengi. Ako kwenye kaundi, na kuna huko kaundi food. Winning once. County.
This is the most beautiful county, by the way.
Oh, okay. Mbona uko na baya?
Ni wapi kuna maua hii Kenya kama sio Machakos?
Lake Victoria, Kisumu. Lakini yetu inaitwa
maua in Meru.
Maua in Meru. Very good. So the panel is here. Christine Mwangi, Masawe Japani, and
the eagle
with the crow's voice, Dr. Ofweneke. Ni Ofu ama Ofu?
Ofu.
Right. So today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic based off of this article that I read that said that there is no longer wife material. It was a case study on the Nairobi girl, but then it inaitwa nini hikitu periscope gani microscope put under the microscope the topic of wife materials in general. Right. So first of all, does kuna wife material, does such a thing exist?
Eco.
Yes.
So materials. Hallelujah. There's wife material. What kind of material? Viscose.
There are materials in
corduroy,
velvet. Usually Street, Third Avenue. 300 per meter.
1 size fits all?
Perfect.
3 meters.
3 meters.
3 meters.
So there is white material.
There is white material.
The problem is that they are good white material. Then there is bad white material. Like what I say in Nairobi is not white material. This one, this one you see a girl doing shisha, you wonder, if I marry this girl, will I give cows as dowry, or will I give charcoal as dowry? Because she's been smoking shisha all the time. Looking like a motorbike inside the club. Removing smoke from every hole of the body.
Don't beat up on the shisha girls. I think in life, not just a minute, I think in life, everyone goes through a stage in their lives. That is a young girl, probably she's discovering them, herself. Right. Probably she thinks, hey, this is cool.
Producing smoke.
Just a minute.
When you if I see a girl smoking, I just put my haram on top of your head.
When you are a teenager, you didn't do all those stuff. You didn't
in the village, Nigeria. The only smoke we encounter is firewood. Trying to make lunch for ourselves.
But then,
yes.
Let me say this. I think it all boils down to training, right? So like kama kwetu, Masawe. By class 4, we had a roster. Today, Christine is cooking. Tomorrow, it's my sister. Tomorrow, the other time is my brother and whatever. We were being groomed slowly in the ways of being a good wife.
But the question
yes. Okay. So you're trained to become a wife. Mimi, kwa mtazamo wangu, ni kwamba unafundishwa life skills to be independent. Yeah. I know how to cook. I knew how to cook and how to take care of the house at a young age. But see, you'll be independent in life. In the event, just a minute. If I didn't get married, does that make me incomplete?
But let me ask.
No, it doesn't. So there's no wife
material.
Willis, the kind of woman you love is not the kind of woman Ofweneke will love.
But materials are different. That's why there's velvet, there's nylon, there's cotton.
There's cotton.
Yeah, but it's still material. Even the men. There are men who are husband material, there are men who are not.
But just to throw a span in the works for myself, you know, when you're growing up here, because I had sisters, now walikuwa naambiwa pika vizuri kwa sababu sitaki urudishwe nyumbani na your husband to be.
Yeah.
So was it for
na hapo ndio nasema kuna makosa kwa sababu unamtayarisha mwanamke na that is ndio jamani. Hapana. No, mwanamke anaonekana ni mtu wa si makosa kwamba unakamilisha nyumba. Wow, if you have a home, it's probably a plus for you, yeah? But that is not everything in life. Unapata mwanamume hajakamilika, kwamba hajakuzwa kama mwanamke, anaitwa maadili mazuri, kwamba even you as a man, because you might not get a wife. So utaenda kulapi kwa mama ntilie.
Wait. Listen, before you talk.
Okay.
When creation, I wish I was there, only that I had an event. So when they were doing creation together, I was not around. But when men were being created, men were created as providers. So we've been modeled by our fathers and the society to be as providers, as hard work to provide for the family.
But now they
so same thing, the men have been created, the women have been created to do what? Yes, so it is me going to the forest, bring the bushmeat, bring it to the house, and now it is you to take off from there and cook it.
And you see, to add on to what Fenwick is saying, I know of a friend who was like, you know what, make her marry this chick. And I was like, hey, kwani amefanya nini? And I remember that chick is not wife material.
And what does
he mean?
Yes,
the guy husband material. What your friend husband material?
Tell you
no, to the woman. But this, he meant like, okay, me I love chapus. Haizi yekele hizo chapo hapa.
Mimi napenda
ngoja. Napenda nyumba in a certain way. Hawezi. Napenda msichana ambaye anaweza run a home in this case where kama nimepata mgeni mheshimiwa kama Dr. Fenike, I can entertain him, I can cook for him.
Thank you. Making it clear on national TV.
Like I can actually run a home. So on dating this person, how we honor, and that's what I'm saying. Wife material does exist because there are girls who don't cut it. There are before to show. They're the girls of Onataka Uber, or I saw Samsung S8
loving the fine things. So it's but you have to balance. Right. Those girls who enter the club with cloth bag, then they start waving from the back. Hey, what's up? Then they say, hey, have you seen Jane? Hi, Jane. Then they gossip. She doesn't even have money. That wave is expensive. Those kind of ladies. Then go and join the United Nations, discuss matters about.
And also, if you have any comments on the same, our SMS line is 22422. So make sure you send your views, your comments, and your suggestions 22422, and then also the hashtag is Power Breakfast. But I also want to ask, so what then is the, from where I'm standing, lazima utengeneze kitu nataka. Because like Marcelo said,
high five.
Like Marcelo said, vile Marcelo alisema, you're taught skills, right? Some are not taught, some are taught. Then you meet this, for lack of a better word, this joker or this gentleman who pia yeye alifundishwa differently. So this is one person with a different upbringing different. So mufike katikati mutengeneze. But now since you guys say that there is a wife material, then what are the qualities then?
Quality number one. Let me tell you, a woman who slays in the kitchen has that. In fact, they say
there's a certain thing they have. A woman, do you know how? Sorry. Do you know how a woman looks good? When you know when she's in the kitchen, you know she's just there. You know, there's something attracting a woman who is cutting onion. You know, she's just.
You know how sexy is also meant to do that. Number one. You know she's in the kitchen.
You know when she's speaking now, she's speaking onions. You know, there's something about it.
There's something. Yes, there's something. I almost said another word, but I don't know. It's breakfast.
Watershed.
Watershed. Yes. There's something gorgeous, phenomenal about a woman who can cook. Number one. Number two, a woman who's well groomed. Si kidogo unamuona sijui chipped polish, sijui hair, that makes a wife.
Which one?
Let me tell you, men are very visual. Men are very visual.
Thank you very much.
What qualities of a wife?
What if she is chipping her nails akiosha, maybe nywele ni mbaya kwa sababu akona 7 kids, waza na pulu
If I can understand you well, if I am a man, you see, first of all, no man should marry if you do not have money yet. That's why I'm always against this wedding committee's nonsense. If you're not ready with money, do not marry yet. You get?
Okay, that is a topic for another day as well.
I should be able to maintain you even better than I found you. You get? So you cook for me, let your nails spoil, because I'm the one who will pay for them. You get? Get your hair spoil. I will import it myself. In fact, I'll go internet, I will do Googling. I will choose the hair. You want the post hair, you want Indian hair, you want the
human hair,
you want alien hair. I will import from Mars.
But you see,
you know what they say about men who shout to the mosque? I will pay for the.
But me, I'm a payer. Me, I pay. I will chop.
Let me say one thing.
Spending on women.
Let me say one thing. Different strokes. The kind of woman Willis will like is not the kind of woman Ofunike will like. Women are different. Probably you're career oriented. probably I make the best housewife. Yeah, but that does not make me less of a woman. That does not make you the better woman. Yeah, there's a woman who knows how to get it done. She will go out there and atafuta pesa, and the husband is probably not as good as she is. Wakiingia kwa biashara, yeah, street smart. Yeah, there's a woman who is just good with the children. You know, the perfect homemaker. Yeah, so let me just say this, what you will like is not what you will like, and not what Jack will like. Yeah? You make each other better, because we'll probably meet. Sitapenda vitu ambavyo unafanya kwa nyumba. You are not raised like that. You are not raised wanaume waingiangi jikoni. Na mimi pia probably sikuwa raised hivyo. Nimekuzwa in a certain way, siju kupika ugali, but because I care about our relationship, I will teach myself. Personally, I did not know how to cook when I was getting married. I did know how to cook. Yes, I did not know how to cook. I learned. I learned in the marriage how to cook. I'm going to have children. I have a husband that I love. I have children that I love. So I taught myself how to cook. And I am the best cook, by the way. FYI.
So he made you.
You just got yourself into a trap. You see what you did? You didn't know before you were married.
But I learned.
You learned.
Yeah.
After you got married?
Yes.
Or
in the marriage.
You molded yourself into 100%, because I know you personally. You are a very hardworking lady. So you balance yourself out and you balance yourself inside the house. What about those women who are like, oh my God, me, we're just gonna do a takeout. Takeout for who? You do me takeout, I take you out of the marriage.
That boils down. But we did takeout for a good number of years.
I'm a traditional Nigerian man. I want to see the chicken being slaughtered. All the chicken that who slaughtered it. I don't they pray for it.
Who slaughtered it?
Me. In fact, you step on this wing, I step on this wing. We cut the thing together.
Me and my liar. No.
I want to hear the chicken. Quick. I want to hear the alarm going down. Okay. I want to see the ugali. I want to hear having the joy of cooking for me, your husband.
Yes.
Have the joy, Oh yeah, my babe. Even since I'm married, babe. You're my angel. You're my love.
Just a minute of fool. A woman is not supposed to slave for you in the kitchen. Are you also going to do the same? Dunia sasa jamani, mambo yamebadilika. Kesho, no, it's not slaving, but the way he's putting it, kama sasa yani ni kazi kwa wife.
But even me, I am feeling nice when I'm hosting also there for us.
Hold on. We are talking about exactly. So what I was saying is, as we even discussed this, also because there's somebody who has written, I'm Clement from Emba. I really support that in this generation there is no wife material.
Thank you, Clement.
So we only Clement and from Embakasi. But the question then is, wife material munasema wena ofu. Kasa kama, for example, okay, sorry, and watakupatia chance. So if you said cooking, if this girl cannot cook, if this girl
character, I'll get character.
Hana hizo watakupatia nini? Long nails, glam, yeah. She's not glam. So then what is that?
Kumaliza, na nilikuwa sikumaliza.
Okay.
Iko ya Christian kwanza inapika. Tumekula ukweli. Ikuta inakata kachumbari. Ngoja next week nakuja na mandazi.
Lakini
nani yakanda? Haya yakandi dada.
Let me tell you.
Mandazi nderi.
Hata mkitaka kuzisha mandazi njoroge. In the kitchen. But I was going somewhere Willis. I wanted to say this. Yes, you can have all those qualities, and for me, I could say they're additional. But the core qualities of voice material is character.
Thank you.
Because without character, those are the chicks you find with, Ben 10s. Without character, those are the chicks. Without character, those are the chicks that you find. It's time to cook, but she's in Akumali Java. He can wait. Those are the chicks.
He's an understanding guy.
Yeah, he's like, I don't think that is character issue. I think that is immaturity issues.
What do you say?
No, it's that.
What's the difference?
What is character and what is maturity? Maturity, that I'm supposed to be at home cooking for my husband, and if I will make it, then I will let him know in good time. I'm supposed to be at home taking care of my family, but I can't because of XYZ. Character is totally something different. It is what defines you. Yes. So
what I can say is this, and this is something I normally tell people. Men will always marry their mothers, and the men and the women will always marry who? Their father. No, when they leave the house, they are looking for that character that they saw who. Like me, and I thank God for my father. My father will still open the door for my mommy, even when we were already old. You get? And I would still see my mommy wake up at 3 at night to go and cook new food for my daddy. So when I will start living, I will start looking for that wife who will submit, who will be cooking for me at that time, because it's what I saw. But then again, it has to be balanced. That's what I can say. If a man, a good man brings out the right character out of his own woman. But then let me tell women, in terms of character, which lies on both sides. A man will never change, a woman can never change a man, but a man can change for a woman.
No.
Repeat. Rewind that.
310.
A woman, and I repeat, and if they are watching, this is an Instagram caption that you can use, because I know you're looking for Instagram captions. A woman cannot change a man, but a man can change for a woman.
Mbegu natoa nakwambia.
Mbegu 7.
But I agree with that because you see, they say, love doesn't melt stuff, but love does. You find a guy maybe who used to come home late, adapting to, hey, baby, my wife doesn't like this, let me just go home early. But you see, but me telling him, it doesn't work.
But you see, this scenarios, that is, we are married already. Yeah, this one, Mr. Clement hapa alisema mwingine amewatatua jina Keblagat from Eldoret. No, but it's okay.
We are Clement, you are now famous. Go buy for an MCSC. Guy, he was looking for an endorsement. He's given me.
Tuesday is a Thursday and only Friday. So this situation is we are not yet married. Right. So I don't know.
Also the qualities to
look at. Because Clement says hakuna hata material.
Another thing. Wait topics. Tulishamaliza. Hakuna kuna pata tujaguza. Unaona kama sahi if you looking for white material again.
Okay, let me ask
look at her friends.
Can you make in your view? Can you make
the white material?
Can you make the white material? Can you make it?
You cannot create it. It's a personal decision. If I know I love my husband too much, then he should not make me sweat at any point to do these things for her, despite the idea in the society, despite what my girlfriends will say. Ati, you are going to cook for him. See, there's the house manager. She's going to do that. And guys don't know. This one you allow your house manager to cook for your and then she comes and brings food. Then she puts food like this. She bends with a certain agenda. Hey, daddy, chakula na meiva.
Nani moto.
Then acha nikuchongeshea na meza. You're still coming in. Oh my husband. Hey. You find that she's already gone. So character.
That's what I said. It all boils down to maturity.
Character, maturity, but also
I love you when I'm anataka kwenda na housemaid. I mean, he has his issues to deal with. You have nothing to do with that. If your husband decides to start dating the house girls, I mean, you did not push him. That's him.
Any decision.
No. Sijachangia kwa upotevu wa nidhamu. Tafadhali. Wewe kama tuko kwa hii nyumba and your agenda, I mean really, how disrespectful. You're going out with someone that lives under the same roof with your wife. That is
the first woman that I see every time, if the first woman that I see every time I come home is the house girl, she's like the screensaver of my door. Every time I enter for the house, it's the house girl I'm seeing. She don't open the door. Wait until other things are happening. Now don't say you're not one.
But what about if like let's say 21st century?
There's nothing if. 21st century. I'm trying to help you. There's no if in this thing, and I'm telling ladies, take charge of your house. Don't leave the house. There's a minister in charge of chicken and kitchen.
If you're going out with your house girl, he'll go out with your sister and your best friend
and your friends. That
and the friends, I would say.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
I was saying. because he was saying something and I think we really took it but alikuwa anasema hivi kwa the guys who are looking for that wife material, which is ratchet girls are busy twerking and whatever, but also it's okay to twerk for your husband. Lakini nasema hivi,
see for Instagram,
twerk in the right place. This is a guy twerk in the right place, but this is a guy who's looking for a wife. Ukienda club upate dem ndula kufale chini, pale behind the DJ's deck hapo chini, that's not wife material. What is she doing? Is she looking for a DJ play my song? But hold up. Wacha niongee kwa Kiswahili hao watu wanielewe vizuri. Maana yake kizunguni kingi pengine wamechanganyikiwa. Kila mtu kwa maisha yake, kuna stage ya maisha ulipitia. I was crazy at some point in my life. You are equally crazy. No, usifanye ninge kwa Facebook TBT. So, unasikia? Yeah. So let us not be judgmental to these young girls. So, it's just a stage. You know, they look back and like, what? But you know, it is a stage in their lives. But you cannot tell a teenager, you know, the proper way of an adult. Adult of an enemy. You cannot tell a teenager not to do what?
Twerk.
Yes, but Masao is getting the point. About teenagers. No, you're saying when you go to a club and you see a girl twerking. We're talking about that guy. We're talking about that guy who's looking for wife material.
So you are
looking for wife material. Wife material. I
like a bartender. You're looking for me, I'm not a bar.
Husband material.
No, listen to me. Yes, listen to me. When you and this is the only point I'll agree with you. Yes, it's a stage, but a lady who knows it is time. Less of club, more of church, more of mosque, more of on your knees, pray for your man.
Yes.
Are we together? You cannot, let me tell you, you cannot expect to find a man every time you're high. You cannot expect. That man is not in the sky. Every time you're high. That man is not living in the roof of the club. This is the time to now start making sure, because but I also do not want to be preoccupied about getting married, and that is why most of the women get wrong men, because I used to go to the club. Now I don't want to go to the club. I want to go to church because I want a man. So you grab the next man who looks like Willis, proper suit. Hey, Willis, wearing example.
Okay.
Then you get married. You're wondering, this guy actually spends half of the time in the club because he's not a
But if you make him in the club, what do you expect?
No, you see, the thing is you changed. Uli change kukua over. Let's take some comments first.
Right.
In this generation, we do not have many women making the cut of wife material. I tend to wonder what happened to the talks that our mothers and aunties and grandmothers used to give us when growing up on how to take care of our families and home. Alafu mwingine hapa amesema mwanamke ni kujipanga, my friend. Alafu kuna Pastor Steve Tassia says we marry to perfect and to be perfected.
Hallelujah.
Yani muna kwapa. Each other.
Yes. Iron sharpens iron. Yes. Alafu Muyeso of Makombendi anasema, Willis, please let Masawe know that there can be unfinished material. Then finally Wilkinson from Chuka says white materials are still there, but they are rare. Problem is our ladies have refused to grow. Secondly, our girls are looking for independence. Miss Independence. Hapa ameguza waya. Miss Independence, according to him, can't make a good wife. Thirdly, akona point tatu. Thirdly, ladies seek for advice from the wrong people. That is their own age mates. They forsake themselves to think, act, and respond to issues with the clocks of opinion. Thus, according to Wilkinson and Chuka, missing the point.
Those who in fact are the ones missing our lives. Those who talk to girl power. Then they go on Instagram. Hashtag Miss Independent. Hashtag I pay my own bills. Hashtag I am my own king. You are your own king. You're a woman.
Right.
So
but what is wrong in being independent? I think men are attracted by women who can,
I will tell you, yes, myself.
Take care of themselves.
And I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm totally intelligent. independent women.
Thank you.
But don't this independence. Why bring it to my house? I am not an opposition leader. So why bring the independence? It's okay, be independent out of the house. When you come to the house, let us be on the same political party.
Again.
Are we together?
Thank you.
Because we're in a generation where marriages are full of opposition versus the president. I am being on my side, being my deputy president.
But then also, I think there's also this angle of we're looking at the wife material, but you also forget the husband material.
Right.
Because husband material pia ni kitu, how would I put it? A lot of support goes, of course, to building the girl child all the time. All those things. But when it comes to the boy child, when the time is growing up, don't cry. So it comes to marriage, macho. You know, he's macho, he doesn't want to soften. So you give a lady a lot of work. I'm trying to melt this ice, come at Titanic, ice bag.
So you have a woman who from, you know, there's somebody who said from the time the young women are preparing for their weddings, and they're being prepared
no,
for,
but you just said your sisters when you're young.
Yes. Pikeni, usifukuzwe nini. Mimi sikuwa na my dad medoshi, but nilikuwa hapo tu cheza na ile nini. Ukienda shule lazima ugonga mtu.
You know you're newly married. I hope you're making
mimi niko sawa. What's up baby? What up?
No, but now there's YouTube tutorials on how to be a husband. Anyway, now this is the thing. I mean, there's something Christina said which is very critical. When we realize that the girl child is vulnerable and has become, there's not so much support of her coming out in society, we all ganged up to support and empower the girl child. But what happened was we forgot the boy child. That's why you say today that I normally pull a chair for a lady. There are men who look at you weirdly like, how do you do that? Because I'm those kind of men. We still pull chairs for ladies.
Because I still open the door.
Because I saw my father do it. And that's again the problem is, and I will say this with a lot of confidence. The reason why boy child is someone is because there's an absence of the father figure in the family.
Thank you.
You get? Because I will only attract or tap into something I've been seeing. Being happening in the house.
Model.
You get? If I have been seeing you and mommy arguing in the house, even when I go to my house, I'm not finding an issue. You get? If I've not like me, I've never seen the voice of my mommy being higher than the voice of my father.
Never ever, should never happen.
So why should I take your voice in my house as my wife? Why should your voice be higher? Are we singing? Please, if it's raising voices, leave it to the other time choir. Let them raise voices at each other because they're singing.
Yes.
But you, why? Number two, I have never seen my parents argue in our presence. They call each other to the bedroom. You just hear.
Are you sure that's all that's happening?
And when they come out, they might not be talking to each other, but at least they pretend for a sake. Me, I was the firstborn. I was able to know this was
What were you doing over here at the door? I'm sorry.
No, I was passing going to my bedroom. The route is the same. The same thing when you go to America, pass by Amsterdam, Dubai. So I just, those sorts of.
Although something that an SMS that has come in, which is, I think, a result of what we're talking about, which is something very serious. This lady, she didn't leave her name, and I don't want to say, of course, her number. Someone says, we'll call her Jane Doe, I guess. She says, Willis, I am a wife. I jumped all the stages. My hubby became immoral, and now the things I do in secret, God knows alone.
We need an altar call. That's a topic for another day.
Yes. So, is it that
she jumped like she?
The stages that Masawe is talking about, and that where we judge them and say, we see white material. So, like Masawe said, I'm sure for her in her case, she said, okay, since this stage, what wanasema hawa si white material, the shishas, the twerking, said, what are easy nisifanye?
No,
then let me not do this because this is not wife material in society, and then let me change. But I mean, they're inhibited.
Just a minute. Did she become unfaithful?
No,
the husband became immoral, or what happened?
I think according to what she said,
the husband became immoral.
Because alilika hizi mastage.
She's like, mimi
hata mimi sasa bila sema mimi nilijinyima ndo.
One thing.
That's what I agree with Masawe. If you are at the rightful age and at the rightful stage to do those things, please do them. If If you want to work, please talk.
Before the kids come, work.
If you want to motorbike,
no, for her.
You want to like an Okada in the club, smoke coming out. Please, be Okada-nize yourself. Okada, please remove the smoke.
Yeah.
You want to wear, I don't know what, please wear. So that when the time for your husband and the children come, you say, after all, this stage I passed.
Yeah,
but don't do it in marriage.
I would like to say this, and I feel so sorry for this woman because someone else has made her become someone who she's not. Don't ever compromise your integrity because of someone. Yeah, because truth be told, akijiangalia kwa kioo usiku, is she happy to look at this new person?
Happy live.
Yeah, I mean, if kuna magonjwa jamani, if this guy is immoral, why are you with him? Why are you also going to look for diseases? There's you. So don't compromise your integrity because of when he decided to be immoral. An example.
I would say do something. For at least today, I'm agreeing with myself. Do something that do something that is fun. Do something that that will equip her soul, because she's hurting and all that. Do something. But again, if dancing, if going out makes her feel happy, bora tu asipite that other flani. Then I remembered something that I wanted to share before we started the show. There was this article that was posted, and I don't know whether to say which media, but this girl, her career, she's a mortician, right?
Mortician ni ule
wakuangalia the dead. So this chick says, so meet kama sana ufanye you wanna date, like hi what did you do? What do you do for a living? And he says comedian. And then I say
no, it's humor activist.
Oh, human activist.
Humor activist. Comedian is Charlie Chaplin.
Humor activist. Then I say, oh yeah, I work on dead people. See, that's the point you go.
And like
you're not go. It's the so you see, then there's those careers, and perhaps she's our material. By the believe it or not, maybe ni ule nini ugali anaichapa vizuri sawa sawa ingo they often would like it, but the mortician. So again, there's some careers that
limit.
And I don't know whether it's African, whether we're just spooky, we're just superstitious about some
Let's take some 2 more comments here as well. Leo watu wako na hii topic inakaa watu wako na and they're really opening up. So somebody says hi, I am not married, so if you say there is no wife material, what should I do? This is Sila from Kayole.
Sila from Kayole. It's very simple. There's nobody who can't. You can always pick yourself from where you are. Start with those small little things. If you're, for example, if you're living with your father, if your father tells you anything as a child, start with your own people. Start with your dad, your brothers. For real, they're the ones who will bring that submissive nature in you. Because I'm not saying being submissive is not easy, but it's a command. That's what we are commanded. That's what we are commanded. Mama Grace. Mama yao atatuelezea hapo zaidi. But start from home. Start from somewhere. If your brother sends you for something, try. Swambe bebe unanisumbuanga na wanoma wasikisi bebe mnaweza pia jisaidia. No. Start coming down to that level, and then for kidogo you find yourself being a submissive. Anasema naitwa nani? Sila jamani, na Sila na kuomba nisikie vizuri Hakuna wife material. Hakuna, usidanganywe na mtu. Tafuta mtu ambaye unajua akikuacha uwezi ishi bila yeye. Tafuta mtu ambaye anakufanya na kuwa comfortable. Mtu ambaye unajua this is my friend. You can say anything, you can discuss anything on this planet without second guessing yourself. Tafuta mtu ambaye when you criticize her, aone ni kama unamwattack. Look for that one person you cannot live without. Look for that person, mnajua you're comfortable, yani you're yourself. You're not trying to be someone you're not. But hakuna wife material, by the way. Just a minute, watu wangapi wameolewa na watu ambao hawakutarajia
but they make it work in the marriage. You're like, oh, okay, because there's no ideal man, there's no ideal woman.
I will say this for the ladies who are watching. If you know deep down, you have your own very permanent principles about marriage, about you, I cannot do this, I cannot do this. You see what happened to that useless boy who was proposing?
Oh, with the iPhone.
That mumu of a human being.
With the iPhone.
With the iPhone, and please say yes, please say yes. Listen, if you know you're not cartel, if this man proposes, run. In fact, run and do not stop. Run as if there's a prize. Are we together? Because you're about to waste this boy's time and life. If you know you're not going to cook for this man, he will lose weight more than when he was single.
You see, that boy made a mistake, Take time to know your woman. She doesn't like surprises. Why are you going to surprise her?
No, I think it's a statement.
You know, my friend, kuna kitu kinaitwa cues. You will know that, we are in this together. Yeah, and this is the right time for me to take that leap of faith and propose.
It's a leap of faith.
You can discuss it.
I was not ready. Yes. And wow.
But last year, she had seen this guy ain't husband material.
And that's the thing. Somebody here, Regina from Gong says, Willis, I think the topic also should be husband material because that is what is lacking. Nobody trains the boy to be a man.
Thank you.
Right. And the fathers be woken up to their tasks. We have enough single mothers already.
Husband material.
Regina from Gong.
Husband material.
So do you guys agree though that you know, because most of the things you've said, character, but at the end of the day, don't you guys want to see Muvuke Saidedri na Masawe that there is akuna formula.
Mimi nasema for husband material, I would love to use, okay, let me see, Meguka for example. He didn't grow up seeing a wonderful marriage. You know what was a kitambo alikuwa karibu ambia mtakikuidio kio mara endo kikauka. But Meguka loves Meshosho. Meshosho is diabetic. He will wake up, warm the dawa, this is moranga, it's called, warm the dawa for her to do her injection.
This is now?
Yes, this is now. This is, and they are, of course, generations over us. He will make breakfast. By the way, this is Guka. I'm not talking about my dad. Guka, this is Guka. No.
You're telling such a story.
It's story. But you see, I'm a girl, I'm a foot foundation here. This woman. I'm a foot foundation here, mapenzi.
Take me under the Trump court.
You see, if you go to Moranga, let's say to Leo random, when there's Satano usiku, utapata figure story. For sure, utapata figure story. That's the fight. They have created a relationship over time. So for man, you have to expose your kids to that environment that Frederick is saying of love, and then the men will pick up. And for sure, I can guarantee you, my uncles, none of them are players.
Asili kubwa. By the way, huu utafiti ngieni kwa Google. Uncle Google atawajibu. Asilimia kubwa ya wanaume hawajakuzwa vizuri, hawajalelewa vizuri na kutayarishwa kwa wanaume. There are so many bridal parties, and in these bridal parties kuna wanawake ambao wanakuja kufundisha Christian jinsi ambavyo atakwenda kumtunza mume wake. Mpikie, mfanyie hivi, muandalie, funga
bad parties.
You see what happens kwa staff night. Really? You know?
Yeah. How did you know?
Yeah. Oh, my way.
I never attended a come on, yeah? Okay. No, it's but I agree with what you said.
Right.
Saizi kama kuna mwanamke anatusikiliza, hakuna mtoto wa kike, hakuna mtoto wa kiume. Kama una watoto hawa wote wawili, jinsi ambavyo unamkuza huyu mtoto wako wa kike, pika, tandika kitanda chako, osha nguo zako. Ikifika wakati fulani mtoto anafaa kuanza kuosha chupi zake za ndani. Okay? Okay, amesema hiyo point ukiangalia. I'm so wondering. Jinsi ambavyo unamkuza huyu mtoto wa kike, kuza pia huyu mtoto wako wa kiume. Baba. So that mtoto akikuwa mkubwa anakuwa independent, akona life skills. Because kuna kesho pia, I'm sorry to tell you this, I lost my mom when I was very young, by the way. I was 17, yeah? And within that short time, tulikuwa tumetayarishwa. My brother can get in the kitchen and cook. Mimi pia naweza, okay, mimi wajua kidogo kitinda mimba nilidekezwa kidogo. Yeah, but am I self-sufficient? Yes.
Alright, so we're going to take final comments, and because of wisdom, I choose to start with the Funeke.
Because of wisdom.
Yes, that's it.
It's profitable for direction.
When you're done, you will tell me.
No, start.
Now, the people who are not on the same academic level. So I will let you talk. If you have a Mr. or a Mrs. or Miss, you go. Now, ladies, I know you're watching and you're listening. You are responsible how you act today for your future marriage. So how you curtail yourself, will affect your marriage, either positive or negative. Number 2, you cannot be given what you're not. You cannot be given what you're not given. You get? If you become a good wife, then your husband has no option but to be a good wife, a good husband. So, and even men the same. I don't want to be biased on this one. Even men the same. If you're not a husband material, do not expect God to give you a wife material. Are we together? So it's both of us curtailing ourselves to becoming what your wife, you want your wife to be, or your husband to be. But we both have a role to play in this. But yes, wife materials are there, they are watching, and we have some coward men who still don't have enough courage to approach those wife material who are watching. Can I leave now? I have a flight to catch. You have feelings to catch? I have a flight to catch.
Finish. Mimi nasema kitu kimoja. There's no wife material, there's no husband material. Like I said before, find someone that you know you cannot live without. One. Having said that, sio kila mtu ataolewa na sio kila mtu ataoa. That is the society we live in. So I'll not judge you if you don't want to get married. I will not judge you if you don't want to get married. Choices of life, yeah? 3, wanawake kitunze chako kisiwe chetu.
I might not have gotten that right.
Wait to Google but of course I still disagree with this point of there's no wife material, because I believe everybody has that in it's like the animalistic characters that we have. Men are built as hunters, women are built as homemakers. So for you to bring it out, start now. You can start wherever. You can be for us personally, I think my son that by the time I was inside, I could cook. I could cook. Start somewhere as a lady. And for the men, I think because of having grown up in the society where women are more favored, get material, read up, talk to men who are making it in marriage. Not everyone is supposed to be married. Me, I believe everyone has, because the Bible said none shall lack a mate. So wako yuko jiandae jitengeneze. But CBK Willis, CBK boss, how old is he? Is he married? Chris Kiro kwenda kwake?
We finish on that note with an Indian proverb that says, "Pote, pote, 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 pote."
All right, I'd like to thank panelists for their very candid views as well. Of course, I was sitting in for Joe. We think you should be back next Friday. I guess at the end of the day, Chagoni Lako, choose wisely. If you don't, you deal with it. I want to end with the tunza chako is kisiwe chetu. Wagwan massive. Alright, I want to listen to the Voices of Change and our musical guests today, and also make sure you follow them, Voices for Change, on Facebook. Na kesho muenda hapo muwasikie Michael Joseph Center. Au vipi? My name is Will Saburu, reminding you that successful people look like you and the great Manchester United.
Oh, Martin Luther.